Hey, I'm Mariam Alima, and that's my awesome daughter, Alima-Saabira. And welcome to our awesome, crazy, awesome life. And this is a little bit much. And you're about to see me start my bus conversion. In about 5, 4, 3. Jan's family, the bus is still in the shop because we had a storm in Atlanta, so the parts didn't come in, and so there's no updates to be given. So I'm posting this recap of what actually inspired the whole bus build back in February of 2020 when we lost power. So enjoy. Hi, it's Mariam Alima.
And Alima-Saabira.
And we are here to show you a little bit of survival hacks. Yeah, so our power is currently out. It is storming outside. Not really why our power is out, but it is storming outside. So we've got a couple of things that we're going to do. We're going to cook some mozzarella cheese sticks on a quick Dutch oven. Not even really it's a Dutch oven, so to speak, but it's going to be with just a little pan. This is a smaller version, not a big pan, not a big saute pan. And I'm gonna put something in this hole, that ventilation hole, because in order for it to be a Dutch oven, you gotta make sure that there's no way that air can get into it. So what you can use in order to cook on a stovetop with no electricity, you can use this little tea candles, and you can round them. You can surround them inside of your. Baby, want to go like? You can surround them inside. You can take this out. Take that out of your stovetop and place those in like that. That definitely needs to be cleaned up. So forgive me. That's crazy. And then you can use that. But what we're going to be using today is just a regular old little, burner that you would use to keep food warm. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll be right back. So we have lit our little burner thingy, our little burner, and you're just gonna place this back over top. Earlier, I think I lit it with it already underneath there. Just gonna move this out of the way. Basically, you're using it like a trivet, like you would do on like a campfire or anything like that. Now, it is better to do this. It's better to light it with it already under there, but it really doesn't matter. All right, so now that that's back on, you're just gonna use it like a regular stove. I'll put these little mott sticks on there. And earlier, because we are a nation household, so forgive us for these little mott sticks. But earlier, yes, I did cook my beans before I heated up my bean soup on it. And it took maybe about 15 minutes for it to heat up on there. But since it was salmon. You can have anything you want. But after it heats up, like after whatever pot skillet you're using, after that thing heats up, it's hot. And then you can even put it in like a little like a condenser, like an insulated type of like slow cooker for it to stay warmer longer or whatever. But yeah. I think she was trying to ask a question about our mission. And then, okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. And then we're going to show you how we're going to preserve all our food in our refrigerator. Because we were going to take it to our cousin's house. But I was like, I don't really feel like having to go to someone's house to get my food. Like, that's just crazy. So we're going to take our cooler and we're going to Jimmy rig it or nature rig it and keep our food cold. So we're going to show you that in just a minute. All right, so I saw this hack on YouTube too, and it's to make a cooler even cooler in order to keep your refrigerator items that are in your refrigerator really cold. So what I've done is, let me turn the camera over. I'll just do it like this. So basically I've taken this big cooler. I bought this cooler about 3 years ago in order to help feed the homeless or whatever. And I got it for like 30 bucks. But anyhow, so you're gonna take the cooler. I've got these 2 little basket things that I'm gonna put in here in order to put the food in. Food is actually gonna go into these tubs, and then we're going to cover it with dirt all around, and then we're gonna put towels down as well. But first you're gonna wet the dirt in order for the dirt to stay cold and wet. So we'll be back. So this is the flame. Well, it's so bright you can barely see the flame, but that's where we're at with our Dutch oven. This is cooking. As you can see, the condensation is happening. We just did our, do a first full rotation. So with the Dutch oven, you always want to make sure you're rotating. Make sure everything's cooking evenly. Nice and even. Basically, all we did was take the big eye thing. Y'all, please forgive my eyes. The underneath, things are a little disarray right now. Trust, my home is usually more well kept. But anyhow, I took the eye from a bigger one and put it in a smaller one so it can act like a trivet. Because if you just take this from underneath, you want to make sure that that little burner still has airway. It has to have airway so you don't get carbon monoxide poisoning or anything like that. So anyhow, so that's going on with the Dutch oven. So now we're going to come over back to we're making our refrigerator. So we packed all the dirt, or soil really. We used soil from the Dollar Tree and soil that we already had in some plants that weren't really doing anything. So yeah, you're gonna pack all that dirt in, and then you're gonna wet it. You gotta hold this, and then you're going to wet that dirt. Put this top back on here. Don't get any water. This is already cold water. Thankfully, you know, it's cold since our water heater isn't working. Pour it this way. Well, the water got in there, so all I'm going to do is take one of these towels that we're going to be using. I lined this, I put a trash bag around here, so of course the dirt wouldn't get inside. No worries about water getting in here. Wipe it out. Alright. Continue wetting the dirt. Then you're going to start to put down your towels. These are just some old towels. These are just old towels for things like this. Yeah. Painting, whatever, you know, may happen, may come across.
Are you going to use the other one?
You line your things up. Towels as well. And I'm actually using two hacks that I saw. So I saw one guy do this with the towels and the dirt and everything, but then another lady who lives in a camper, in a scamp camper, the last thing I'm going to do is what she does, and that's putting, you know, a wet towel over top of everything and basically keeping this lid somewhat ajar like that. But first, we're going to go ahead and wet these towels. See, baby. We got some more water. Let's see. Oh, this thing's heavy. Gonna wet. Again, I'm not gonna fret too much if I get it inside there. I still got that other towel, oops, that's gonna get wet, so I can just scoop it out. I can just dry it out, I should say, with that other towel that I have, if by chance water gets inside one of my containers. Yep, I'm gonna soak this up pretty good. I wanna make sure it's nice and wet, because it's gonna be out here. It's gonna be out here for a few days. For a few days. I think that is pretty gosh darn good and saturated. That's really good and saturated. Let's dry this back out since it got wet. And then we're gonna go ahead and just pack it all up with our food, and we'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so these are the mozzarella cheese sticks that are now getting done off of our little thing. It's awesome. Very, very happy. Very happy.